I think it's probably something that gets done by future generations by the time it
Right.
gets to me. I think in my lifetime, that's probably going to be done by professional astronauts.
Hmm.
Sadly, I
Yeah.
would love to sign up for that mission. So don't count me out yet, Lex. Give me a
Yeah.
fighting shot here,
Yeah.
maybe. But I think if we are placing reasonable bets on such a thing in my lifetime, that will continue to be done by professional astronauts
Yeah. So these are risky, difficult missions.
and probably missions that require a lot of training.
Yeah.
You are going there for a very specific purpose to do something. We're going to be able to do a lot on the moon too with automation. So, in terms of setting up these factories and doing all that, we're sophisticated enough now with automation that we probably don't need humans to tend those factories and machines. Um, so there's a lot that's going to be done in both modes.
So I have to ask the bigger picture question about the two companies pushing humanity forward out towards the stars, Blue Origin and SpaceX. Are you competitors, collaborators? Which and to what degree?
Well, I would say, just like the internet is big and there are lots of winners at all skill levels. I mean, there are half a dozen giant companies that, the internet has made, but there are a bunch of medium-sized companies and a bunch of small companies, all successful, all with profit streams, all driving great customer experiences. That's what we want to see in space.
Hmm.
That kind of dynamism. And space is big. There's room for a bunch of winners, and it's going to happen at all skill levels. And so, SpaceX is going to be successful for sure. I want Blue Origin to be successful, and I hope there are another, five companies right behind us.
But, I spoke to Elon a few times recently about you, about Blue Origin, and he was very positive about you as a person and very supportive of all the efforts you've been leading at Blue. What's your thoughts? You worked with a lot of leaders at Amazon, at Blue. What's your thoughts about Elon as a human being and a leader?
Well, I don't really know Elon very well. I know his public persona, but I also know you can't know anyone by their public persona. It's impossible. I mean, you may think you do, but I guarantee you don't. So I don't really know. You know Elon way
Mhm.
better than I do, Lex. But um, in terms of his judging by the results, he must be a very capable leader. There's no way you could have, Tesla and SpaceX without being a capable leader. It's impossible.
Yeah, I hope you guys hang out sometimes, shake hands, and sort of have a kind of friendship that would inspire just the entirety of humanity. Because what you're doing is like one of the big, grand challenges ahead for humanity.
Well, I agree with you, and I think in a lot of these endeavors, we're very like-minded.
Yeah.
So I think, I'm not saying we're identical, but I think we're very like-minded, and so I love that idea.
All right, going back to sexy pictures on your Instagram. There's a video of you from the early days of Amazon, giving a tour of your quote sort of offices. I think your dad is holding the camera.
He is, yeah,
Okay.
I know, right? Yes. This is what the giant orange extension cord, and
Yeah.
yeah,
And you're like explaining the genius of the extension cord and how this is a desk and the CRT monitor and sort of all the magic happens. I forget what your dad said, but this is like the the center of it all. So what was it like? What was going through your mind at that time? You left a good job in New York and took this leap. Were you excited? Were you scared?